They say the most dangerous place isn't a battlefield. It's a warm, soft room, quiet, predictable. The kind of place where nothing hurts, but nothing grows either. You've been there. That invisible box where everything feels fine. You wake up, scroll, eat, repeat. No disasters, no breakthroughs, just a low hum of safety that slowly dulls your soul. And the scariest part? You start calling it peace. But peace isn't the absence of noise. It's the strength to walk into chaos and still stand tall. And comfort? Comfort is the silent assassin that kills that strength one lazy day at a time. Let's be honest. You weren't born to stay comfortable. You were born to burn, to move, to break, to rebuild. That's how you became you. But somewhere, between growing up and growing afraid, you started confusing safety with meaning. You stopped chasing the unknown because you thought comfort meant control. It doesn't. It just means you've stopped living in the story. Remember when you were a kid? When every corner of the world was an adventure? When jumping off a swing felt like flying? When falling didn't mean failure, it meant fun. You didn't ask, what if I get hurt? You asked, what if I miss out? Then life happened. You got told to be careful, to play it smart, to wait for the right time. And somewhere along the way, your fire turned into a flicker. Now, every decision is filtered through fear. What if I fail? What will people think? What if it doesn't work? But have you ever asked, what if it does? 10 minutes. That's all it takes to change everything. Not 10 years. Not 10 plans. Just 10 minutes of raw, terrifying courage. 10 minutes to send the message you've been afraid to send. To say no when you've always said yes. To start the project that's been haunting you at 2 a.m. To finally stop asking for permission to live your life. 10 minutes of discomfort can give you what 10 years of comfort never will. Clarity. Because clarity isn't found in thinking. It's found in doing. In that tremble in your hands before the leap. In the heartbeat that says, this could go wrong, and the whisper that answers yes, but it could go right. Here's the truth. Every great story begins with a character who wanted to stay where it was safe. Until something, pain, loss, boredom, or love, forced them out. That's the moment their real life began. Maybe this is that moment for you. Maybe the thing you're scared to do is the doorway to everything you've been praying for. But doorways never open inside your comfort zone. You have to walk through the fear. So ask yourself, what's one thing you've been avoiding because it feels too hard, too risky, too uncertain? Now, imagine your life 10 years from now if you keep avoiding it. The same job, the same city, the same conversations, the same quiet frustration you've learned to call normal. Does that feel safe or suffocating? Most people wait for confidence before they act. But confidence doesn't come first. Action does. You jump, then you grow wings. You speak, then you find your voice. You fail, then you learn the rhythm of rising again. Every person you admire, every voice that changed the world, was once trembling in the dark, doing something they weren't ready for. You think they weren't afraid? They were terrified. But they moved anyway. Because the secret to destroying your comfort zone isn't courage without fear. It's courage in spite of it. Maybe you think, but I've tried before. Yes, you have. And you fell. Good. That means you're learning. Growth doesn't happen in straight lines. It happens in scars, in stumbles, in the quiet decision to try again tomorrow. The person who fails once and quits stays the same. The person who fails 100 times becomes unstoppable. And the difference between them? 10 minutes. 10 minutes of trying again when the world says, stop. You don't need to move mountains today. You just need to move you. Even 1 inch. Get uncomfortable. Take the cold shower. Send the message. Apply for the job. Speak up in the meeting. Run when your lungs burn. Not because you hate comfort, but because you love who you could become more. That version of you, the one on the other side of fear, is watching right now, whispering, please, don't stop here. You think it's too late? It's not. The world is full of people who started late and still changed everything. Colonel Sanders was 62 when he founded KFC. Vera Wang designed her first dress at 40. Morgan Freeman didn't get his first big role until 52. Time doesn't hold you back. Comfort does. Every day you stay comfortable, you trade potential for predictability. And that's the cruelest deal of all, because someday, you'll look back and realize the walls that held you in place were never locked. You just never pushed them. So here's your challenge. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. 10 minutes. Do one thing that scares you. Start small if you must. But start. Because motion creates momentum, and momentum destroys fear. You'll feel resistance. Good. That's how you know you're moving in the right direction. Fear isn't the enemy. It's the compass. And it always points to where you need to go. One day, you'll look back and realize the moment your life began wasn't when everything got easy. It was when you finally got uncomfortable. That's when you stopped surviving and started becoming. You don't need to wait for permission. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need 10 minutes of honest, imperfect, unstoppable action. Destroy your comfort zone, because on the other side of it is everything you were meant to be. You see, the comfort zone has a strange trick. It disguises itself as kindness. It whispers, rest a little longer. Wait until you're ready. Don't embarrass yourself. But readiness never comes. Because readiness isn't a feeling, it's a decision. And most people never make it. They live their entire lives like ghosts in their own homes, watching opportunities drift past their windows while convincing themselves it's better not to open the door. The door that leads to pain. The door that leads to possibility. The same door. You can't choose one without the other. We all want transformation, but no one wants the discomfort that births it. We want to become, but we don't want to begin. Because beginnings are ugly, messy, awkward. You'll fail publicly. You'll be misunderstood. You'll question why you even started. But that's the price of evolution. And the thing about discomfort is, it's temporary. But regret is forever. The pain of discipline lasts minutes. The pain of comfort lasts a lifetime. I once heard someone say, the longer you stay in your comfort zone, the smaller it gets. At first, you feel safe inside it. Then you start feeling trapped. Then you can't even breathe. That's when you realize comfort isn't peace. It's prison. The walls don't keep danger out. They keep you in. You were born to walk through storms, to break limits, to discover what lies beyond fear. You think your comfort zone is protecting you, but it's really protecting your past self. The one who's scared, unsure, still holding on to excuses. And the longer you protect that version, the further you drift from the person you're meant to become. So here's the truth. No one tells you. Destroying your comfort zone isn't about becoming fearless. It's about becoming real. It's looking at your reflection and saying, I'm scared, but I'll go anyway. I don't know how, but I'll learn. I might fail, but I'll survive. That's what courage sounds like. Not loud, not perfect, just honest. And in that honesty, you'll find something powerful. The part of you that still believes. Belief doesn't come from success. It's born in the moments when you're shaking, when no one's cheering, when every reason says quit, and something deep inside says, not yet. That voice, quiet, stubborn, defiant, is the reason humanity builds cities, writes symphonies, crosses oceans, and refuses to die in the dark. That's the voice you silence when you stay comfortable. And that's the voice the world needs you to listen to again. So how do you start? How do you destroy something that feels so safe? You do it one honest act at a time. You stop running from hard conversations. You start saying what you mean, even when your voice trembles. You set boundaries with people who drain you. You stop waiting for motivation, and you move without it. You let go of the fantasy that courage feels good. Courage feels like fire in your lungs. It feels like standing naked in front of the unknown. But it's real, and real will always beat comfortable. Think of your life as a heartbeat. Every beat, expansion, contraction, risk, recovery. You move forward, you pull back, and you move again. But when the heart stops moving, that's when life ends. So if you want to live, truly live, you must keep expanding. Keep stretching past what's familiar. Keep choosing the unknown. Growth never feels like growth. It feels like loss. It feels like pain. It feels like everything's falling apart. Until one day, you realize it was just falling into place. You might think, but what if I lose everything? And yes, you might. You might lose people who only loved your old version. You might lose routines that made you feel safe. You might lose illusions that once defined you. But what you gain you. The raw, unfiltered, evolving version that doesn't need validation to exist. That doesn't settle for fine. That doesn't apologize for wanting more. And when you taste that kind of freedom, you'll wonder how you ever lived without it. So here's your moment. 10 minutes. Set a timer. Do the thing that scares you. Make the call. Hit send. Run into the cold. Speak your truth. Say I love you. Say I'm done. Whatever it is, let those 10 minutes hurt. Let them burn away the lies that comfort built. Because on the other side of that pain is power. You can't destroy your comfort zone in theory. You can only destroy it in motion. And when you do, something miraculous happens. The fear doesn't vanish. It transforms. It becomes energy, direction, fuel. Every time you walk through discomfort, you grow another layer of resilience, another story of courage, another reason to never go back. And then one day, you'll wake up and realize your comfort zone didn't disappear. It expanded, because you did. So, take your 10 minutes, not someday, now. And remember this. Your comfort zone isn't where your life begins. It's where it ends. Walk through it. Burn it down if you have to, but don't stay there. Because the version of you that's waiting on the other side of fear isn't just stronger. They're free, and once you meet them, you'll never go back.